Hello and welcome to this session, everyone. My name is Yogesh Mehta. In this session, we are going to talk about Amazon EBS live volume modifications. On Feb 13th, Amazon announced that EBS volume now supports live volume modifications. If you can see on my screen, this is the notification from Amazon. So here they have described how you can change volume type, what is the new features, and in which regions they are available. The volume change is not having any additional cost. Only thing, the new capacity or a new volume type, Amazon will charge you according to pricing model of that particular volume type and size. So what are the benefits of this particular change from Amazon? Earlier, friends, if we have to resize a volume, what was the process? We were detaching the volume, then we take snapshot. After that, we create a new volume with required volume type and a new size. Then we attach new volume to the instance, which was a time-consuming process. With EBS live volume modification feature, there are a couple of benefits. First one, it's an online process, which means no downtime, you can do everything online. Second, it's quite easy. With couple of clicks, you can change volume type or volume size using Amazon Management Console. If you are using Amazon CLI, then there is literally one command, but if you want to check volume status, what is happening, you can say two commands for total volume change process. Limitation of EBS live volume modification. Friends, we can increase the volume size, but we cannot decrease. That's a limitation, but again, that's not a showstopper. Because if we want to reduce a volume size, what we can do, we can create a new smaller size volume, create file system, attach it to instance, and then we can migrate our data by using rsync or cp or mb commands. But again, we have to afford one downtime, but that's again something feasible. When we do disk modification or volume modification, there are three states. Once you click modify, then first state is modifying, then it goes to optimizing, then once everything is done, volume state change to completed. I've listed a couple of steps. If you're using Management Console, you have to go through these steps. You have to select your EBS volume, then click on action, then modify volume. Then you have to choose appropriate volume type and its size. If volume type you are choosing, that's IO1, then you have to specify IOPS and then click modify. That's it, friends. So your volume modification is done. If you're using Amazon CLI, so modify volume command is available in CLI 1.11.48 onwards. So if your Amazon CLI version is old, you have to upgrade it first. So you can use pip to upgrade it, pip install -- upgrade AWS CLI. And the actual modification command, that's very easy. AWS EC2 Modify Volume -- volume ID. You have to say your volume ID here, then size. This is your new size, then volume type, your new volume type. If you don't want to change volume type, you can get rid of this particular thing. IOPS, these are only applicable to IO1 volume. Press enter, your volume is changed. Once your volume modification is done, you can resize the file system if you have choose new size inside your operating system. That's it, friend. So that's very quick and efficient process from Amazon. I will give you a quick demo how things works. So this is my Amazon console. I got one instance running for this demo. So this instance got two volumes attached. One is SDA, which is operating system. This is second one, which I'm using for my application data. I'm selecting this volume by clicking here. Then I'm selecting this EBS ID, which is my volume ID basically. Right now, if you see, size is 4 GB and it's IO1 type of volume. This is the IOPS value. And let me quickly show you where I'm using this volume. If you see, this is the volume, 4 GB volume which I'm using. That's part of EBS VG. So let's say we want to change the size from 4 GB to 6 GB. So here what we have to do, we have to select the volume which is already selected, and click on action, then modify volume. And here if you see, this is current volume type, which is IO1. If you want to change it, you have to click here and select your new volume type. So there are minimum sizes and maximum sizes for volume type. Like for SC1 you cannot create volume less than 500 GB. For IO1 4 GB, for GP2 I believe 1 GB is the minimum size. As I mentioned, we can only increase the volume size, we cannot decrease. So I'm going from IO1 to GP2. Here size is 4 GB. I'm saying okay, instead of 4 GB I want to make it 6 GB. So this is done. I'm clicking on modify now. This is again a message whether I'm sure I'm going to modify this particular volume. Yes. If you see, modifications started, and let me show you the status. If you see, volume status is okay, status in use. If you see here, this is the state which I mentioned. There are 3 possible states. One is modifying, after that it's optimizing. Once everything is done, it's completed. If I click here, this is the status which is going on. Original volume type is IO1, size was 4 GB, this was the IOPS. The target volume type is GP2, size is 6 GB, this is the default IOPS. So let me refresh this page to see what is the latest status. If you see, right now it is optimizing, 61% completed. So we can wait for a couple of more seconds only. I believe it's going very quick because volume is not that big. So it may be getting completed soon. Okay, if you see here friends, now it's still in optimizing, so we have to wait. If you see here, size is 6 GB now and volume type is GP2 now from IO1. Let me quickly log into my putty session to see the changes. Let me run lsplk. Okay, if you see the size here, now it's 6 GB. Earlier it was 4 GB and LV is 4 GB still. So we have to do manual LV resize. So let's do it. PV resize dev/xvdb. Okay, so it is saying, let me run PVS. If you see now, LV size is 6 GB and 2 GB is free. Let's resize our volume. I'm using all the free capacity, and my volume is dev EBS VG and this particular LV. Okay, I did mistake. I'm saying no here. It's need to be plus 100% free. Okay, now it's resized. Now let's do one thing, run XFS crew because this is XFS file system, and our volume, it's done. Let's run df-h on EBS mount again. If you see, size is 6 GB now, and with this method we have changed our volume type from 4 GB IO1 to 6 GB GP2. So that was how we can do the modifications using graphical console. So I will be demonstrating how you can use command line method. So to use command line method, that's again easy. Basically what we have to do, this is my AWS management server. Here the command for modification, I have to do like this: AWS EC2 Modify Volume dash volume ID. This is the volume ID. Size is new size. Let's say I want to change it to from 6 to 8 GB. Size is 8. Volume type, present volume type is IO1. Sorry, GP2. So I can change it to IO1 now. Press enter. It will do modifications. But friends, one thing, if you have recently done any volume modifications, you have to wait for 6 hours, because that's Amazon thing. Let me do it right away. It will give example, and let's say I'm specifying IOPS. I want to make IOPS because IOPS are supported 50 times of volume size. Now volume size is 8, 50 times comes to around 400. So let me set IOPS to 350 something. Pressing enter, it will give me a message that it is not possible. Yeah, if you see this message, when calling modify volume operation, you have reached the maximum modification rate per volume limit. Wait at least 6 hours between modifications. So that's something. But after 6 hours, if you try this command, it is going to work. And once this command works, you can go to your actual server where volume is attached. You can do resizing. And another command I want to show you, you have to check your volume modification status using command line. So how you can check that? So AWS EC2 describe dash volumes dash modifications dash volume ID and your volume ID. You press enter, it will tell what is going. You see, this is the target size 6, target volume type is GB2, modification status is completed now. If you see these 3 lines, and this is the volume ID. What was the previous state, friends? Original volume state IO1, original IOPS were this one, original size was 4. So this is telling, okay, this is new, this is old. So in that way you can use command line if you want to do operations command line. So that's up to you which method you are more comfortable with. But that's very easy, friends. That's very easy. It saves lot of time. It saves lot of efforts. And one thing I want to say, it saves money also, because when you were following old way, in that way you have to create snapshot. You were paying for snapshot space, right? This way, that's online process. So that's a great thing from Amazon. So that's it in this session, friends. If you have any query, any suggestion, just leave a comment on my YouTube channel. I will try to respond to you as soon as possible. Thanks again for watching this video. Stay tuned for future videos. Thank you.